Hello, you beautiful, beautiful human being. How are you? Anyway, guys, we're at Phoenix Gym today. So this is episode number 2 of the UK gym tour. Today we're down in Burgees Hill. This gym has quite a bit of history about it. So essentially, I think it was about 1 to 2 years ago, it actually burnt down. So this is like the newer upgraded version. Take it like Phoenix Gym 2.0, if you will. Today we are continuing on with the delt and chest specialization block that I'm currently running through, and we're going to be taking you through a little bit of an upper body session. So again, a few new movements in here. We're going to be running you through a little bit more of how we train, why we train this particular way, bits and bobs, some tricks and some advice. So as per usual, guys, if you could subscribe early, that would be fantastic. Hit that subscribe button and just go, just subscribe. Anyway, I'm gonna go train. Cheers, bye. So we're starting today with a cuffed fly again. I tend to do a lot of cuff movements just because those of you that have sort of watched my previous stuff will know that I had like a previous injury. So if you are somebody that's had like a previous shoulder injury or anything like that, cuff stuff just makes a lot of sense. Now, because you're at a different gym, again, we're gonna be a little bit further than I thought it was gonna be. I'm gonna be doing lots of warm-ups just to make sure that we get the weight right. The worst thing you can do when you're coming into a new gym is just jump straight into a kit and go like, let me just try and like PB on every single movement, because that is one way ticket to Snap City, mate, and that is not ideal. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do now. I would definitely recommend doing 1 to 2 warm-up sets before any movement, especially when you're training in a new gym, because, for example, these Panata cables, thankfully my home gym now has them, but they never used to. So whenever I was down this way and I was training on these, completely different weights, and that will obviously mess with your logbook a little bit, and that's why we do logbook and why we do usually train at one gym. But yeah, training in a new gym, give yourself like a good few warm-up sets, more than you usually use, and then make sure that when you are about to lift like your working set, you're ready to go and you know exactly what needs to be done. Otherwise you're just gonna like lock in and get surprised and be like, what the fuck's going on? It's just not ideal for anyone. Don't do this, by the way. I had one huge meal, which was like very high in protein, and then I literally just ate like cake. And that's why today it's currently like, what is it, 11 o'clock? And I've had one bit of carbs to sort of tide me over in this session, and I'm gonna be fasting for a long amount of the day, mate. So yeah, not ideal, but it is what it is. Juicy. Question I get asked a lot is surrounding sort of pre-workouts, post-workouts, fasting and stuff like this. Now, a hell of a lot of people I've been speaking to recently are training first thing in the morning. So if you're working like a 9 to 5 and you're literally walking straight into the gym and training at like 6 a.m., 7 a.m. or something like that, a question I get asked is, do I need to eat before my workout? Now, because I'm a nerd, I dug a little bit deeper and looked into the science behind this. Now, there is actually quite a lot of evidence to suggest that we can have an improved training session if we feel a little bit more satiated. So can we train fasted? Of course we can, and we can have a fantastic session. It may be worth, depending on how much time you have first thing in the morning, just to get a very small amount of carbs in, so like an apple or banana or something like that. Now, yesterday was my nan's 82nd birthday, so if you're watching this, Nan, big up yourself, birthday boy, girl, what the fuck? Anyway, so in answer to the question, can you train fasted? Of course you can, but if you're going to be doing that, I would really advise like a quicker digesting protein source after your session, and that's when like something like whey protein would come in. So if we're looking for a slower digesting protein source, that's going to be one that's going to be a bit more fatty, so like a steak, an egg, something like that. But if you are training fasted, I would simply get into your intra-workout drink like we've spoken about in another video sooner, and then from there what you can do is post-workout, I would be looking to eat a little bit quicker than what you would have done previously with something like whey protein. That'll be perfect. Anyway, first movement here, flat press, cuffed at the elbows, getting lots of blood flow into the chest, and then we're going to move on to an incline press. Bloody lovely. So guys, you'll see me today without my logbook. The reason I don't have my logbook is because I'm a retard. I would always usually bring my logbook out with me, but obviously, like we just discussed, being at a different gym, you're not always going to know like your exact numbers. So same again, take your time getting used to the machine. Now when it comes to like progression lifts, I see a lot of people sort of go into the gym and they'll like change it up every single session. Like just because I'm in a different gym, we're very sort of lucky that all of the gyms we've been to, you know, Physique, Kings, here, they've all got really, really solid kit, hence why we're training at them. But I would always try and match things up as similarly as you possibly can. So if you've got a machine flat press, find another machine flat press. You know, they've got they've got like 3 or 4 in here. This one in particular I really like, just because you can adjust the back of the seat here, this position, so you can like really get to grips with where your hand's gonna be finishing at the bottom. A mistake I made for years, and this is more so from like the sort of old school bodybuilding videos you'll see, is always trying to get like the deepest stretch you possibly can, you know, doing like flies back here or presses back there, and it's just not necessary, because a lot of the time all you're doing is you're going way beyond your active range, which I can show you in a moment, and instead of pressing from say here, which is going to be a lot safer for most of us, we end up pressing from like way back here, and again you're just going to end up massively overloading that front delt. So again, a few warm-up sets on this. I believe we've got, it's either 2 or 3 working sets, but because I don't have my logbook, it's all on my phone somewhere, so I'll let you guys know in a second. That is a good point. That is a very good point that I just thought of. Don't rush your next set. A lot of time we're trying to get like in and out of the gym. Now, look, I get it. You're busy. You know, you've got 7 kids at home. You run 14 businesses. Like, I get it. I understand. You're a busy guy, girl, whatever you are, a dog, a fridge. I don't know what you identify as. Don't stress yourself about having like the shortest rest time ever, because what you'll find is that you're able to put a lot more intensity into your actual working sets when you give yourself some time. Because let's be honest, guys, and I feel like I'm gonna like call out a lot of people here. A lot of the time people rush through their training sessions when all you're gonna do is you're gonna get home and you're gonna binge on Netflix and you're gonna go, I'm busy. And then you look at your screen time and you're spending 14 hours a day looking at TikTok. So I feel like I've triggered a lot of people here. But take your time, enjoy your training session, and I promise your sets will improve from it. Phoenix Gym or Flux Gym or Pahika's Gym. Every single time I come here, because I've been here before, naughty, can never find any plates, ever. You just can never find any. You can just never find any plates. Oh, here we go. I found 1 plate, but everything's a 25, and basically I have, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not OCD. Gay! Yeah, that too. I feel like I'm on prep brain again. Yeah, basically, I don't know about you guys, but when let me know in the comments actually if you're the same as this. If I'm doing a leg press, I can use 25s, but I can't use 25s for anything else. I can't do a row, a deadlift, a pull down, a press, nothing. Like, I don't know what it is against like the anti-25 gang, but that's, I certainly sit within that bracket. So yeah, I'm getting quite annoyed that I can't find the 20s, but yay! You know what I've just realized? Oh, shit, I actually need multiple of these. Fuck's sake, man. We're gonna be here such a long time. Yeah, you can put it in the comments, or you can like DM me on Instagram if you like, but during my prep, obviously, where I was doing this photo shoot and I was trying to get like stupidly lean, like I wanted people to worry about me. That's like how lean I wanted to get. One thing you'll notice is that your libido takes a massive dive. Obviously, this is just where testosterone in your blood is massively reduced because you're in such a large calorie deficit. And I think it's not something that a lot of people talk about, but like I got to a point where like I thought my balls weren't working. Like it was weird. Like it's fine. No one has to be worried about my balls. But if you're worrying about your balls, then you can call this headline and hunt. No, I'm only joking. But yeah, no, it's something to look out for. Is if you're doing like a competition prep or a photo shoot prep, or you're dieting like very, very hard. And I'm not suggesting anyone just rushes out and goes and does this, but if you're pushing yourself to levels of leanness you've never got to before, and your body fat levels are getting very, very low, like your libido can take a bit of a dive. So you want to look out for things. You know, you want to keep stress at a minimum, getting your sunlight, you know, ensuring that you're getting like enough sleep. So yeah, that's Ballgate over and out. Thankfully, my balls are working now, so it's absolutely fine. But just a bit of a heads up. If your balls aren't working, then give me a call. Oh mate, I feel like I just like lost contraction on that last set a little bit. That's one thing I'll say as well, guys, that when it comes to sort of training to failure, you almost want to be training to like mechanical failure. So once you get to the point where you can't complete a rep that looks the same as the previous reps, then that's probably when you want to be looking to end the set, and that's when you really want to try and use your warm-up sets to get like a feel for the movement, get a feel for like contracting that particular muscle group. And that's why sometimes you'll see in these clips here, like even when I'm doing these pull downs, I'll take my hand away from here and almost just like hold my lat so I can really sort of focus on, right, this is where I want to be contracting, this is where I want to feel the muscle. Some of you may have seen like training videos where two people train together and they're like tapping their chest or tapping their delts. They're not doing that because they want to touch up the other person, or maybe they are. They're doing that because in your mind, you'll really notice as soon as you like tap a muscle or like close your eyes or really focus on it, you can just get that greater contraction. So definitely something worthwhile trying out. If you're ever doing any single arm stuff, try and tap like the delt or the bicep or the lat, and you know, to really like zone in and focus on what you're trying to actually work. I do feel like 18 years old listening to this song doing this exercise. This literally might, I'll tell you what, actually, I'm gonna shout someone out. Mr. Gilbanks, if you're watching this, bro. Me and my mate used to go gym at Rainbow Leisure Centre. As soon as we finished gym, we'd go get sunbed. As soon as we'd done that sunbed, we'd go get a Nando's, and then we'd fuck off home. And that was literally our little routine. Pre-Malia routine. Gym, sunbed, Nando's. Just absolutely unmatched. We are now doing dumbbell preacher curls. Legit, the most OG of OG exercises ever. I haven't done this movement, I was just saying, for a good like 3 years. But in fairness, you guys have probably seen from my channel, I do a hell of a lot of drag curls, some like machine preacher curls. The reason we're putting this in all honesty, we've not hit on it in a very long time. So why not? Also single arm movements, so we can make sure that we're sort of matching each arm to each other. Again with this, any bicep work that's, oh mate, this is an absolute tune. Any bicep work that has like a tricep assistance from behind, it's just going to keep you a lot more fixed into the movement. It just means that it's like less likely to be swinging back and forth, less likely to use momentum. And what a way to send off this movement for the first time doing it in 3 years with this absolute banger. Oh my God, that was absolutely delightful. If your gym playlist doesn't make you go, and you're doing it wrong, geezers, them and squeezers. Who remembers back to the COVID days where it was like illegal to train in a gym, right? Pretty crazy. Anyway, I remember when the gyms reopened and there was like a block of time, I want to say it was like October because it was like near my birthday, so that's when my birthday is, by the way, guys. Scorpio gang, yeah. Anyway, people were robbing dumbbells from the gym, because I used to work at a gym. People were robbing dumbbells from the gym. I'll never forget when we went back and we're like, check the CCTV. I think in total, within the space of a week, there was something like 11 or 12 sets total. We're talking like 3s, 4s, 5s, 6s. Robbed, How fucking mental is that? So. Moving on to triceps now. What we're gonna be doing here, little piece of advice actually before I show you this, it's a crossbody cable extension. Now, we're very fortunate in this gym, they've got a narrow cable stack. If you've got a wide cable stack, this doesn't really work very well because joints won't align that well, so ideally you need a narrow cable stack for it. And what you want to do, arms are going to be crossed, in fact, let me just show you. Arms are going to be crossed over, hold on to sort of like the little, what we call that, the ball, hold on to the ball. And all you're going to do is cross your arms over like you're in the X-Men, elbows tucked, and you want to try and feel like you're flaring your lats before you start the movement. What that's going to do is it's going to fix your tricep and shoulder position. Well, essentially keep it in one place so you're not swinging back and forth. And then from here it's lats flexed, bam, there. Just actually thought of something. Basically my girlfriend's. So if you're watching this, Hannah, then sorry, but little, I don't know if it was competition, I don't even know. I want you guys, my OG followers, we're saying OG because we're like first few months of this YouTube, and mate, we're going all the way up with this. Like anybody that's here right now, we're gonna look back at these videos in like 3, 4, 5 years and be like, OG followers, OG team. It's, yeah, I'm excited for it. Anyway, I'm sidetracking, ADHD brain. I want you to name my cuffs. Anything you want, anything goes. I'll give you some options. Felicia, Cuffy McCuff cuffs. That is Phoenix Gym in Burgees Hill. Let me know what you think in the comments. Honestly, like, I love this place. I've been here many a time now. Really good facility. Some fantastic kit. Lots of, if you're a fan of like Panatta, all sorts of Panatta pieces here. So that's the session. That is the session. Chest and delt focused, upper session again. Now going to head back. Got full day of calls. Going to grab some food also. So guys, I guess all that's left to say is if you're in the area in Burgees Hill, 100% hit this place up. Fantastic gym. If you have not liked the video already, what I want you to do is I want you to literally pause the video right now, stand up and go, drop it a like. If you've not subscribed already, guys, hit that subscribe button. Plenty of content coming about the best gyms in the UK, best restaurants in the UK, and continuing what we have started. So yeah, that's it from me. That's it from Matt. I love you all. Mwah. Adios. Good night.